All right, so you've been putting in the hours, you've been seeing your viewers go up, you've been optimizing your SEO, you've been promoting yourself on social media, and now it's time to get paid. So in this edition of The Grind, we're going to talk about putting together your first sponsorship deck. But before we get into it, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel. It really helps us do these videos and do more videos and find more ways to help you make some money. But let's jump into it. All right, so what is a sponsorship deck? Well, a sponsorship deck is basically you selling yourself, or specifically selling your reach, and your reach is your audience. This is the people that potential sponsors or brands want to tap into. So how do you do this? Well, you basically put together some slides that show off things like analytics and past projects and opportunities for brands to work with you. Like, how can they be represented in the video? How can they trust working with you? And how can they know that the audience that you have is the one they want to tap into? All right, so while we all would like to land a Nike or an Adidas or Gatorade or Coke as our first sponsor, those type of sponsorships don't happen to further down the line. And if you're at that level already, you're probably not watching this video. So what you're going to want to find is sponsors within your niche, sponsors that are going to have a direct impact and influence on your audience and are going to connect to them right away and want to work with you. So if you're doing, say, headphone reviews, you might want to go for like a company that makes headphone cables. Or if you have cat videos, maybe you want to go for, a local cat food maker, cat clothing maker, whoever it is, just someone that is kind of within your realm of influence and that you know that it'll be easy to work together with them. All right, so one important thing to note is that when you're first reaching out to a sponsor, or when you first find a sponsor to work with, it's probably unlikely they're going to give you money or even a decent amount of money, because a lot of times they've already allocated their digital marketing budgets, or they're not used to working with content creators. And so most of the time you'll probably get products for review or an exchange. And that's fine, because what you're trying to do is build a relationship. You're trying to get them to trust you, and you're not trying to do a one and done type deal. You want an ongoing relationship so that they can keep providing you with product and hopefully eventually money, so that you have content and a way to fund you doing your content. All right, first, let's start with some don'ts. And these are some things that you should really avoid doing or putting in your deck. Now, I might be a bit biased because this is from my years of experience, but first of all, don't do a deck that opens like, what is this? So if you're someone that's creating gaming videos, don't do what is gaming and talk about Pac-Man and how Fortnite is the biggest game in the world. If you're talking to these sponsors, especially ones in your niche, they're going to know what you're about. They're going to know what it is. They don't need an explanation on this. Next, don't do overly long presentations. No one needs a 20, 30 page slide with pictures of you and all your videos and links and testimonials. No one has time to read through that. They're going to want to see what you are about in a few slides, know what's going on, and jump into it. So try and keep it to maybe 5 or 6 slides maximum. Next, don't fill the slides with a bunch of text. No one wants to read a novel. They just want to hit the bullet points, get an idea of what's going on, move along. And the most important things to put in, which we'll discuss a little bit later, is, stats and numbers. And going into the next thing, give prices. Nothing is more annoying than, reading through something and you're like, all right, this looks cool. How much does it cost? And it's like, all right, please contact me and set up a meeting so we can talk about prices. Again, you have to value people's time. A lot of these decks and things come through to these people and, they just want to see what the price is. They already have a budget in their head of what they can spend on different influencers or creators. And if they've reached out to you and have already, asked for a deck, that means they're already interested in working with you. So why add more hurdles and hassle on getting them to work with you? Don't be afraid if, suddenly your deck's going to go out and your numbers are out to everyone. That's not an issue, because the truth is that everyone's going to have crazy different numbers. Just try to at least give them a baseline package and a price so they can kind of know what it's going to cost working with you. All right, now let's get into building the deck. So first up is the intro. So this is basically where you tell them who you are. So who are you? What do you create? Where are your channels? Where's your social media? Just put that all out there. Put your numbers out there. And then go into your analytics or your demographics. And what are analytics? So every platform or site has some type of analytics. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. They all have a page. It has various degrees of information it gives you. I would say Facebook and YouTube are probably the best and most advanced, but tells you how many people are viewing your videos, who's viewing your videos, what time do they watch them, what keywords they use to find your videos. Now, I would say the most important things here are going to be the demographics. Like, what is the age group? Where is the location? Because different brands and sponsors are going to want to target these certain groups because those are the people that buy their products. So if they have a product that is for people, 35 to 40 located in Denmark, and that's your key audience, they're going to want to work with you. The next thing is going to be the keywords. How do people find your videos? What are they searching for? If your top keywords are also keywords that brand is associated to because they're doing SEO also, they're going to want to pop up in your videos because your videos are likely what's popping up for their customers at the same time when their SEO specialist is going on. So if you can optimize these things in the decks that you send out for the sponsors you present, then you'll be in good shape. All right, so if you've worked with a sponsor in the past or you've done product related stuff like an unboxing or a review video, then you want to share this. What you're basically trying to do is give the sponsor confidence in you working with their product. Now, if you're doing reviews, this is a bit of a weird space and you probably shouldn't be getting sponsored reviews by the product itself. It should just be a straight up review unit exchange type thing. But other than that, you want to make sure that you're not going to trash or misrepresent or have competing products in the video with your sponsor. So show them that you can take care and represent their brand properly. All right, so next you're gonna have to put together either packages or a rate card, like how much a social media post costs, how much a short clip costs, or an Instagram story. But you're likely gonna wanna do this as a package. Like you'll get a social media post, maybe a testimonial, product photo, whatever, and the content itself as part of a package and give a rate for that. And you also wanna be clear on the kind of creative input and things like that you'll allow from the sponsor. So how many revisions, how many notes, can they put suggestions in the script? Can they add graphics on top? Like, be very clear on these things because, if you're not straightforward in the beginning and these come up later, could cause issues. And again, you're trying to build a long-lasting partnership, but at the same time, you need to keep your creative integrity as well. All right, so by now you should have at least come up with a different copy that you need for your presentation. And if you don't have resources to design a deck, then you can actually use tools like Canva to download templates and customize and make them fit your own brand. And then you want to use a tool like XSplit Presenter. So XSplit Presenter, you can load in this presentation and you can actually practice your pitch for when you talk to a sponsor. So you can actually record yourself doing the pitch, review it, refine it. And then when you actually need to do the pitch, you can use XSplit Presenter as the camera source in the video conference call with your presentation loaded up and all your transitions and slides and annotations. And you can do an awesome pitch all together with the XSplit Presenter. You can check it out, xsplit.com/presenter. All right, so I will say that you will get a lot of no's when you're doing this process, but learn from each experience and keep moving forward. Eventually you'll land something. Just keep working at it. But I want to know from you, from those of you who have gotten a sponsor or been trying to get a sponsor, what tips or issues have you encountered? Let us know in the comments. And good luck to all those content creators out there trying to make a living. Stay on that grind.